Welcome back to another episode in the Carolina Panthers franchise. Today, we're going to be taking on the Saints, another division rival here in the NFC South. Bottom feeders currently 3-9. I don't really get that why though, because their defense alone, 87 rated, should be enough to carry them through most of the games. Today we don't have a lot to take care of. I'm just going to be showing you the player picture. We're still in there, pretty happy with that. We have gone up in seed, so that is good. We're going to be facing the lowest rated seed. If we stay like this, and actually it's just crazy, right? I mean, the difference in the seasons that has happened in real life and here, it's just is really insane. You will notice that I've got 54 players active. I have to cut one player. Why did I do that? Well, there's one thing that I put out pretty early. I won't be changing too much about the team. I won't be bringing in crazy good players. I won't be trading, doing crazy stuff. I just don't want to do that. I want to keep this realistic. And whilst I did let Brian Burns go, for instance, or Jeremy Chin, these are players that didn't want to sign a new deal. And I think, for one, that the Panthers should have let them go as long as they still had trade value. I also don't really see the benefit of, keeping Brian Burns around on just franchise tagging him. The team isn't ready to really compete. You just have to face the facts. And what I will be doing now is I will be going through the team and just checking up on dudes that we can cut without any repercussions, right? There are dudes in there that have crazy deals, really absolutely out of this world. I don't know who gave them these deals. I don't know why anybody would give him those deals. It's just absolutely insane. All right. We've got Miles Sanders, for instance, right? Let's just take a quick look at this dude. His contract, he's got the contract going on here. It is okay-ish. This season it's 2.75. Then it does go up to close to 8 mil around, especially in the 2025 season. But again, this is okay-ish. He's 26, 81 rated. This just makes sense. But then there's players in there that, whoops, wrong button. Then there's players in there that I just don't really get at all. All right, certain players, I don't know who gave them those deals. Right, for instance here, Hayden Hurst. This I don't get this. 30 and 79, and he's got like 14.2 mil penalty on the on his contract. Yeah, he goes up to 10 mil next year, and then 8.5 is a drop. He'll be 32 then, all right? So I don't really know why this is a thing. But for instance, a player like Steven Sullivan, I will immediately let him go, right? He's 26, 67. He will never play a role here. Ian Thomas, he's 27, 72, but we do have a penalty. Steven Sullivan doesn't have a penalty on there. And I can just bring in a dude like Blake Whiteheart, for instance. He's out of the practice squad, snapped him up as a free agent. I don't even know where he was drafted beforehand. Let me just take a quick look here together with you. Arizona Cardinals drafted him, and then they seemingly let him go. So, if we bring in backup players that will not be starters, that don't have a crazy overall, I don't actually feel like we're doing something wrong here, right? We're just more or less cleaning up the roster, decluttering a little bit prior to doing anything else. Emil Smith-Marset is actually not bad. I would like this one. I would like this player, 24 and 70. But to be brutally honest, I don't see him pushing up. DJ Chark will be out of a contract towards the end of the season. We're going to let him go. I will not be giving Emil Smith-Marset a new deal pre-off season. So we might as well let him go. He's not horrible, but yeah, somebody like Jonathan Mingo is already better, even despite being younger. Terrace Marshall Jr. and so on. So Emil Smith-Marset, I will be cutting him, even if he might get a little bit better, or I'll just slap him. I'll just slap him in the practice squad. Let's just do it this way. Looking over at the tight ends, we cleaned that up. Hayden Hurst is not going to be returning, so these three are going to be my starting tight ends. On left tackle, David Sharp is a dude that I personally, I don't really get this one here. 2761, decent enough, I reckon. But looking at most of his stats, I personally wouldn't really keep him around. Especially not because he does need a new deal. All right, he needs a new deal, and I don't want to pay him. To be honest, here, I don't have the money. I want to invest the money in my cornerback. and give him the 5th-year option. So David Sharp, we're going to release you. There we go. Boom. Not clearing any cap space, but also not needing to give him a new deal. Again, wrong button. I keep doing that. Left guard, I would love Brady Christensen to be around. I can't cut Justin McCray yet because he's still on the injured reserve list, but so he doesn't really count against the team currently. What's happening here, I can work with this, right? I've got 2 rookies battling it out for the starter spot. I'm just going to leave it as it is. Don't care too much about this. At center, I like this. This works. Right guard, this works if Austin Corbett were back from injured reserve. I'd like to do that. Taylor Moton here, 29.85. This one is one that really hurts me. I just really hate this contract. I don't know why he has such a fantastic deal, man. 30 mil per season, 24-25. I'm really thinking hard if I try to move him on to another team and just slap a rookie in here. That is what I would personally do. Let's see what the offseason brings. We have Ricky Lee here. That's a rookie, 24.60. On the left edge room, we've got Chris Wormley as my starter. All right, I have Deshaun Williams here, 30 and 70, and I've got Antonio Moultrie. This is a rookie. I can't use him yet. Chris Wormley, certainly my best bet to be successful here. If I were to cut Deshaun Williams, I would get a penalty of 1.25. So I will have to think about this one here. On right edge, I just leave it as it is. I don't really care too much about this situation. Whilst LeBron Ray does want a new deal as well, so I'm really not sure what to do here. 25.63 is not too promising. Plus Derek Brown, of course, is my player that I want to keep around, and I think next year I might have to invest some money into this dude because he'll be up for a new contract. But we'll just have to see how this one works out. On D-tackle, again, Henry Anderson. He's not injured anymore. We're going to see how this one works, but Shai Tuttle and Tristan Hill doing pretty well here. Jack Heflin, we just brought him up from the practice squad. I actually like this. Left outside linebacker, Marquise Haynes Sr., question mark. DJ Johnson's my starter anyways. Do we need this? Yes, because otherwise we'd get a penalty. On mid linebackers, there's not really too much breathing room, although Tate Davis is certainly one that I personally would just let go. He really doesn't have that much upside. I have these dudes in here. They're just decent enough backups anyways, and I've got Dean Jones and Frankie Luvu as my 2 mid linebackers that I will be moving into the future. Shaq Thompson will be returning, so now's the time to cut Tate Davis. I don't see the point in holding on to these players that certainly will not develop further. Right outside linebacker, also clear-cut affair here. I have Iko Leota in here as a rookie, of course. Amari Barno and Yetur Gross-Matos. I like this setup. It's really nice. I could even move one player over within the linebacking group, but we're just going to leave it as it is. JC Horn, this is the dude I'm saving up for. Dante Jackson's here. Shaquille Griffin, this is a question mark for me. Troy Hill is also a question mark. I think I could cut Troy Hill. Use CJ Henderson, who's the same overall, basically. Deshaun Jameson, that's a rookie at age 24. Again, I've got pretty old rookies in here. I will be releasing Troy Hill because I just feel like he doesn't have that much upside. Free safeties, we're going to leave this as is for the time being. All right, there will be changes in the offseason anyways, but for the time being, this works. And a strong safety, I also like this setup really, really a lot. But look at that, the practice squad. Who could I bring in that would, just help us maybe just be a little bit, deeper, but also have prospects in there? Travis Hodges Tomlinson. I don't know why he was cut, but I will bring him in. I certainly want to see him. Progress and grow here. I've got Anthony Schwartz, 2268. 2 years younger, only 2 points below Smith Marset. So I will be bringing him in. Let's see how we can incorporate him into our team and how our team works and moves. Which positions could we also buff a little bit? What about this one here? Deshaun Johnson, that's a rookie on left edge. That could actually help us a little bit. Chandler Wooten is really horrible, 55. Don't really see this one happening. But Cameron McGrone here, Luigi Villain, also not really happening. Kelvin Joseph, 2370. I know him from the Titans franchise, so that's maybe a little bit of a cheaty thing here. Not going to do that, but I will certainly move up a player like Logan Bruss to the offensive line. I will be moving him over to left tackle. Again, this is a good dude, and I really think like he could help us here. And Dreddeus Johnson, that's another rookie. We're also going to be using him on the regular team. We've now filled it up again, all right? And we just created a few more spaces on our practice squad, so that is actually not bad. Looking at this here, there's still room for players to leave. I personally would be using Logan Bruss. Maybe here, but we can also move him over. We can move Ricky Lee over. I don't care too much about this right now. This is just more or less a depth chart situational thing. On the edge, again, we just added Dreddeus Johnson here. I really feel like there is cutting room in here, all right? We can think about cutting somebody, and we certainly will be doing that. But somebody like LeBron Ray, 2563, and here I've got a dude that is not that far off, 2462, 2361. So we might as well just use Dreddeus Johnson over on the right-hand side. There's no real downside to just moving him over and letting him gain first team experience. This is what I really want to do. This is what I want to enable here. All right. So we're gonna let LeBron go. And we can even move him to the practice squad. I just don't really see the benefit of that. But this is what we're gonna do. You know, if we don't have to cut dudes, then I'm always up for that. Let's see here. Yeah, I think I'm gonna leave things as they are right now, but you can see there's just a little bit of a wiggle room here. I'm working with backup players, adding backup players to the team. That is more or less what we're gonna be doing here. Of course, more players will want to have contracts now. I did move some out, but then again, some will come in. Those are the ones that I just moved in from the practice squad. Other players I'm really looking at, and I might even start cutting them straight away. Because I just don't really see the benefit of keeping them around. Yeah, just doesn't make any sense. I just don't really want to have any penalties right now. But that is always down to the contracts, to the individual contracts. All right, let's take a look at the Saints now, and then we're going to be diving into this Week 14 game. So we know the Saints, of course. We faced them already. Derek Carr, Jameis Winston, Jake Haener. I will be moving through this, just taking a look if there's any big changes, big injuries or something like that that might impact at how we approach this, what we maybe have to think about, something that we have to work into our weekly strategy. But I don't really see too many differences up to now. No critical players injured. You can see Cameron Jordan still fit. If he were out, for instance, and we would be facing dudes like these here, yeah, then that would help us, of course, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Brian Breesy growing already. Who's this? Kellen Saunders is injured, but that is not too much. Zach Bound is injured, so probably Ty Summers will be taken over, but the difference is marginal. Demario Davis is ready and fit to go. Who's this? Andrew Dowell, alright, Marshawn Lattimore, Paulson Adebo, Isak Yadov. So yeah, just a lot of dudes in here, but I don't really see anything that will really impact too much in how we approach weekly strategy. It's just backup players that are injured or third or fourth string dudes. So with all of that said and done, now we will take a look at weekly strategy. How do we approach this? It says defend the deep pass. We're going to go with this. All right, we're going to roll with it. Usually I like going for the short pass defense, but all right. I'm going to go half pads here. Backups, starters, split this, yeah, starters left outside linebacker. That works for me. Splits, right outside linebacker. Yes, split and starter and split. Okay-ish. That works. All right. Next up, offensive game plan. Let's take a look here. Says run inside. I love that. But we're going to go half pads as well. Everybody's pretty tired, actually. So this is a little bit of an issue. We will have to shuffle in the depth chart within the game, of course. But I won't be doing that beforehand. I'd rather do that inside. 5+ rushing touchdowns. That's just insane, man. That's just freaking insane. We're gonna say 14 points. All right, let's just be aggressive here. I really have full trust in our defense. But 5 offensive touchdowns, man. That's just crazy talk right there. All right, so let's just check this one out here. There are no new injuries. That is actually good. The question is, what is going on here? Why are my players not able to return? I mean, I think this one's bugged anyways, because it just doesn't give me the option to let him return. How many weeks does he need to be fit? Is it 4? Is it 5? Is it 6? I don't know. But these dudes here have been fit for ages now. So they should have the option to be taken off the injured reserve list, even if that will put them over the limit. But yeah, it says none, 0 length, return no, uninjured. Weird. Alright, well, I don't care too much about this. We're moving towards the end of the season. I would like to bring in somebody like Brady Christensen, for instance. I think he would really be able to help us on that offensive line. Austin Corbett, same thing. But I'm just missing these dudes, and yeah, I don't really see an option to bring him back. So, we're not going to do that. That ship has sailed. I will now be upgrading the players. Let's just get those points in there. Desjuan Johnson immediately gets an upgrade point here to right edge, and I think now he is already as good as a player we cut. That was a 63 rated player, mind you, but he was way older, and yeah, this just feels right. JC Horn, definitely the dude I want to keep around. This player, I want to have him as my starting cornerback for the future. He's 23, 90 rated, absolutely great stuff. I really want to have him as my starting cornerback, number 1. Make sure that he's going to be there. All right, Laviska Shenault, let's go. We gave him a deal, all right? This is the wide receiver, the first wide receiver that I gave a long-term deal to. He's 24, 78 rated. He's been in the league for a long time. I don't really see the deal as being over the top. 5 mil per year, that just doesn't feel too horrible. Bryce Young here, now a solid 80, of course with the morale buffs. But still, 22 and 80, I can work with that. He'll be, you know, by the time he's in his mid-20s, he'll be a solid 90. I really like that. Here we go. Yitu Gross-Matos gets an upgrade. He was upgraded to Stardev trait. That was important. Pass protector for Brady Christensen, who's still injured, man. We missed him the full season at a BYU, 26 years old. I'd really like him to get fit quickly. That'll happen over the off season, and the team that will be competing with next season will be very different, right? Ian Thomas, this is a strange one. This is really a strange one. Really strange. Let me just take a look at the contract here. 3.8 this season and 6.1 next season. I don't get this. I don't understand the logic here. He's not that good. Tristan Hill, all right, let's go. 25 and 71, that is decent enough to be a D-tackle here. DJ Johnson, left outside linebacker. That's my starter. That's a rookie, by the way. So developing this dude, I don't feel bad about this. And this is how I will progress in the off-season as well. We're just going to be looking to, you know, building our rookies up, getting players, younger players, their those vital experience points, time on the team. And then we're just going to be working from there. Anthony Schwartz. Why did I bring him in? Because he is a freaking rocket, man. Speed, acceleration. That's just crazy, man. If he gets to develop all the other stuff as well, he will be a very good wide receiver. Plus, he's 22 years old. So there's time to grow. And that's important. Get young players and give him time to develop. How long will I be doing this? I don't know. This franchise here, of course, I don't think I'll be hitting 6 seasons like with the Titans, but I will certainly be doing 2 to 3 seasons here, and that should be ample time to grow these dudes and really see the team progress and change. Also, you know, this is what I want to do. All right, there's a lot of players left. Right, let's just go through them. Claudin Chirelis, field general. There we go. Mid linebacker. All right. Eku Leota, again right outside linebacker, buffing the the run stopper. Again, I just need to get the overalls higher. A lot of those attributes will get upgrades anyways, and unless I really intend to use them very quickly as starters or as backups, as clear backups, then that is something that we can kind of just move along at a steady pace. So Roderick Thompson Jr., Blake Whiteheart. That's the dude we just brought in from the practice squad. He was a free agent, man. He was a free agent, he was a rookie, and I actually don't feel bad about doing this. Again, he's got time. We can just let him grow. I don't know what I'll do if Hayden Hurst returns. I don't even know what I'm going to do with him in the off-season, because I don't really see him as that trade worthy. On the other hand, maybe another team needs a tight end. Who knows? Who knows? All right, guys, I think we're ready to go now. I probably could have slapped those points in here before doing weekly strategy, just to get some more experience points out of this. But yeah, doesn't matter. We'll have that next week. Plus, it was only one position and a few percentage points. We're now going to be diving into the game against the Saints. Buckle up, guys. It's going to be away. 9-3 versus 3-9, but that defense of 87 is really looking scary. So here we are, Caesars Superdome. It's a really cool stadium, and we have a division showdown as well, of course. As I said before, we're playing the Saints, both in the NFC South. We're topping it, 9-3, and they're currently at the bottom, 3-9. But, you know, teams that are down are often the most dangerous. You never know what's going to happen. They don't have any key injuries, missing key players, such as we are, for instance, all right? I did prepare beforehand. I reshuffled the depth chart because we did bring in quite a few new faces and cut those that wanted new deals anyways, didn't want to stay. They were all in the red, so I would really have had to overpay them. And we don't have the cash. We just don't have the cash to really keep everybody around. It's going to be a lot of free agency deep diving in the off season until we get those contract situations sorted out. Some of these were really horrible. And here we go. This is Blackshear. Raheem Blackshear is my kick returner. There we go. Not number, but we're at the 25. I'm going to go the inside zone split left-hand side. Last time we won against the Saints, Chuba Hubbard, at 82% fitness. That is good. But I will be altering him and Miles Sanders a little bit more, maybe. And it's the same faces each and every week. And that is something that is super, super annoying. I do hope that I'll be able to bring him back out of free agency. Catch. Take down Tommy Tremble up a few yards again. I think that was 3 or 4 yards here. 4 yards, yes, as it says up above. There we go. Laviska Shenault. I've got Tremble, Mingo, Thielen. A lot of dudes in there. I also shuffled the depth chart to just give new players a chance to get in there. 4th and 3, Pete Werner. Just covering very well. The mid linebackers are really good. I'm not going to go crazy here. We probably should have converted this just with a run. I wanted to go with a pass here. Johnny Hecker, perfectly timed. Let's see how this one works. And that is a fair catch. I was so ready to tackle, man. I was so freaking ready to tackle. Derek Carr coming out here. And again, I'm not going to say this every time we play the Saints, but I just really like their uniforms. 2,500 yards, 19 touchdowns, 15 interceptions on the season. That is a lot. That is actually a lot. Did we just get another interception? It looks like it. It actually looks like an interception here. All right. Let's get some established runs in again. I also feel a lot more comfortable, you know, using rookies, using younger players instead of very old players with very little upside, very little, you know, difference. And, you know, if they were to stay with us, I would say, all right, let's just keep them around. But if that's not going to happen, if they run us leave anyways, if the chances of them, you know, their interest is like super low in the red, then I don't really see the benefit of you know, of doing that. Right, double slant zone. Actually, I'm not sure if I want to have that. Let's go the mesh spot. We've got the momentum in full effect, but still, let's go. There we go. Adam Thielen at the end of his route catches the ball ahead of Pete Werner. Number 20 was there again. He's everywhere, man. He is freaking everywhere. All right, there we go. Everybody happy? Everybody happy. I'm using Thielen as my starting slot wide receiver. And so far, wide receiver number 1, slot wide receiver, he is just really doing a very, very good job. at you know, keeping our offense moving. Come on, defense. All right, field goal, not bad. Limiting them, that's important. Chuba Hubbard, left-hand side run. It is really strange, and yeah, I mean, looking at the team that I have here, and probably, you know, looking back at how the season went for the real Panthers, this is just the players that they have on the roster. Oh my lord! All right, there's no running away from Pete Werner. There's no running away from him. I felt like I could maybe speed away, but that was not going to happen. But the players that they have and the contracts, it's just so strange. Some of them are really, really bad contracts, actually. Tommy Tremble, fantastically well done. Fights for the ball, keeps it under control, and pushes forward. 2 receptions, 12 yards so far. Let's go. Shallow cross immediately. Get Jonathan Mingo moving. Give Chuba Hubbard some time maybe to breathe a little bit. We are nearing the 2-minute mark. There we go. Jonathan Mingo, tight turn, and another first down as the 2-minute warning sounds. And we are good to go. All right, let's keep going. Halfback slip screen, left-hand side run, Miles Sanders for a change. Let's get him going. All right, that's a flag. Is that going to be roughing the passer or a holding? It's always either one. That's a holding. Not happy. Taylor Moten, man, you are supposed to be my most experienced lineman. My most experienced lineman. 1st and 20. Nice. Nice. At least it's still first down, right? Didn't take too much away there. Oh, it was dropped. It was dropped. I went for the safe catch. And he actually had it in his hands as well. He had it in his hands. Oh, come on, man. You suck. You suck a lot. Not happy with this one here. Not happy with this one. Demario Davis. Is that Demario Davis? Yes, it is. He's active. The left-hand side is really nasty to try and pick apart. Well, let's go again. Tommy Tremble, Pete Werner on the heels. 3rd and 5. Well, we cut down 15 yards from that penalty. Super unnecessary penalty, by the way. Post wheel drag. Here we go. Looking for Tremble again. I've got Mingo on the long route. I'm not sure if... Yikes! That was very, very quick. Oh, I just saw them coming in. I had to get the ball away quickly. Paulson Adebo, number 29, was there. We're going to punt. 4th and 5. 4th and 5. Let's go. Boot. Please go out. Not into the end zone. There we go. Do you see Henderson running here? That is because I reshuffled the cornerbacks. Another field goal. Another field goal. We get the ball back again. 44 seconds to go. Momentum is in full effect. Sometimes it's really hard being the away team. Sometimes it doesn't really matter that much. That is overthrown. That would have been a good route actually, but Tyrann Mathieu, number 32, was there. Ready to pounce, ready to go for it. We've got 3 timeouts and we're being shown the wrong routes. I don't like that. That is overthrown again. Bryce Young, come on, man. Come on, you should be able to do better than that. Should be able to do better than that. 43 seconds. And Adam Thielen. And we can call our first timeout. I want to get a field goal. Going up 10 and 6, I think that's important to kind of keep the distance somewhat alive here. Showing me the wrong routes here. By the way, number 89, Whiteheart. That's the dude that I brought in from the practice squad. Overthrown, man. Poor accuracy. Oh man, Bryce Young today is showing us why people are dumping on him. I don't really think that he's that bad, by the way, but today the throwing is really abysmal. To be fair though, the whole momentum situation is not helping us. That is almost a pick. Number 31 was there. Shook is enabled. Offensive play art is distorted. Now we have the wrong play art and we have play art distorted as well. Now that is beautiful, isn't it? Alright. Play action boot. Left. Let's go. Yikes! Yikes! Ah, smacked away. Yeah, that was never gonna work. Pressure was on so quickly. The pass was kind of weak. Coverage was there. It's just a worst case situation all around. Let's get that ball out there. 7-6. Currently, there we go. CJ Henderson now. Pulled him up in the depth chart for the cornerbacks as well. Come on, guys. Alright, so we get the ball at the 20. And let's go for some runs now. Let's go for some runs. It just doesn't make any sense going for pass plays. If we've got everything stacked against us. 3-yard pickup. Not enough separation going on here on the offensive line. We need some more help here. But the two mid linebackers and the linebackers and everybody's just a little bit too good. Push, 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 push. And that's Tyrann Mathieu. Just wrapping him up. No gain. No gain here. Alright, mesh spot. Set up. Let's go inside zone again. We were kind of hanging on by a hair's breadth here. Come on, man. Just push past him once. For fuck's sake, man. Those linebackers. 4th and 5. And again we punt. Today this is a really shit game for you guys to watch. I'm sorry. I can only apologize. It's a lot of defensive action. Ah, come on. Just get that ball out of there. Just try to hit him hard. Here comes Derek Carr. Come on, defense. Yeah, another field goal. It's just field goal galore for them. And we can't get going. We can't get going. This is super annoying. That combination, by the way, is one of the worst. You know, having the wrong play art and then having it distorted is just really hard setting stuff up. But okay, 2nd and 3. We're just going to keep piling it on. If we get a field goal, we can win the game. Please, I need some blocking. I need some blocking. There we go. Chuba Hubbard taken down now. And I can't really do anything to kind of relieve the pressure for him. Let's go inside zone. Right hand side. I know I'm going straight for two extremely good players, but actually the blocking wasn't that horrible. Number 6. No, number 0. It looked like a 6. Amadi coming in hot. Takes down Chuba Hubbard, who has been going for a few runs. I would like to see the averages today. Those averages are going to be super weird. Inside zone split. We're going to go right again. I can just try to react as quickly as possible here. 2nd and 6. 4-yard pickup. And this is the Mario Davis. Shoving and pushing. Season rank not as great. This defense looking a lot better today than the 3-9 score might suggest. It's 87 rated, man. It's 87 rated. That's actually a very good defense. Already now. Alright, here we go. Slight curve. Need some blocking. 62. Here we go. Push, 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 push. And he's dragged back, but we just got the first down. Clock is ticking. So if we can get a field goal, that'll be the winner. If we can get a touchdown, then that's... Well, I'm not going to say it's going to be a surefire winner because we're still behind. We're still behind. But, yeah. Going to go for it now. Just letting the clock run down a little bit more. I don't want to give him time to return. I am putting a lot of faith in Eddie Pinheiro. A lot of faith. Oh, that is nice. And there's a flag. Please no holding. Please no holding. Oh, crud. Mass Jensen. First and 17. We had it. We had it cracked. All right, let's go. Right inside run. I bet that they're setting up for something like a pass play here. Calling a timeout now. All right. Let's let him do that. We're going to go left here. Get that yard under control. And make him use those timeouts. Make him bleed those timeouts. There we go. Hard hit in the back, number 56. Another timeout called inside zone. Left hand side targeted. Strip ball aggressive now, right? Let's get ready. Going over towards the left. Clock was stopped anyways, and there we go. First down. Let's just go down here. Final timeout called. Halfback blunt dive. 1 minute and 5 seconds. 1 minute and 5 seconds. Let's get something like 3 to 4 yards if we can. That'd be good. And I'm just letting myself be taken down here. 4 yards, and the clock will tick down. I'm not going to be stopping it right now. I'm not going to be doing anything here other than shuffling over to another audible, letting the clock tick down to something like 20 seconds. And then we're going to go for our runs. We're going to start our runs. This is close enough for Eddie Pinheiro to not mess it up. So I have full faith in him. From this distance, alright? Let's just keep it real. On the other hand, I'd like to run it in. Give you guys another touchdown to marvel at. Well, let's go down at the 1. 18. Well, let's stop it at 15. Clock is stopped. I mean, Derek Carr would really have to go with some crazy Hail Marys there. We're going to go right. At least that's what the play art says. Of course, we're going to go left. And there we go. And we're in. 13 seconds to go. That actually worked out way quicker than I expected it to. Momentum dragged over to our side. Incredibly important. Incredibly important. Towards the end of this game, 13 and 9 currently. The space was there. It just opened up. Come on, defense. And there we go. 14 and 9. We're going to win it. We're going to win it. You know, a Hail Mary was always on the cards. It was always an option. It was always going to be possible that that would happen. But, yeah, actually pretty happy with how this one turned out. Looking at the stats, it wasn't the prettiest game for quarterbacks, all right? 42% completion rate. That is just really horrible. 60 yards is not a lot. Today we were really hindered on the passing. One touchdown though. Derek Carr had that interception. Another one. So many interceptions, man. On the running side, it's the same thing. Chuba 52 yards, 48. It just wasn't a high-scoring game, right? It was slow going. 15 freaking attempts, 3.4 on average, all right? Me and Miles Sanders got 12 on average. That was just crazy good. But apart from that, you can see it here as well. 3.0, 1.6. It's not a lot of running here that worked. Chris Olave and A.T. Perry were the highest receivers. Tommy Tremble was my best receiver. He did have that horrible drop, because that would have been a very good pickup there. Thielen scoring that touchdown, very important. But yeah, just not a lot of scores in this one here. Very dominant displays from the defense. Splitting here, but total tackles, Ugo Amadi. 2 tackles forced by Marquise Haynes Sr. 2 sacks for Marquise Haynes Sr. 1 for Chris Wormley. Half for Jamie Robinson, half for Derek Green, and 1 interception by J.C. Horn, my best corner. And not a lot of kicking to be done by Eddie Pinheiro, but Zane Gonzalez did what he could. Another win, 10 and 3, pushing the Saints down to 3 and 10. We get some staff points. I will immediately spend these because I'm sure I'm gonna forget next episode. So there we go. I'm gonna fully complete all these for the experience gains. Let's slap some more down here then. For the, running backs, halfbacks, and fullbacks. There we go. And then we're going to go over to the tree for the defensive development. We have to decide mid linebackers or D tackles and left edge and right edge, or the linebacking group. Which one do I buff more? We're going to see how that works. The final piece, all are counted as scheme fits. That's an important one. And we've got the extended coverage as well. So all of that really, really working well. After that, I'm going to be putting points into here and the defensive coordinator. But these have been leaving us a lot, actually, in the Titans franchise. I don't know if that was a bug or if that's intentional. There's a lot of rotation going on there. Next week at home against the Falcons, and then we will actually be able to see the home stretch of this regular season. We have achieved the target already, 7 regular season wins. So great job, team. Really enjoying this franchise series here. Kind of bulk recording right now. I can't get myself to stop here. I hope you're enjoying it as well. If you are, please drop a like, please subscribe. Means a lot to me. And as always, guys, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Stay awesome and see you next time.